I had to whisper it to you?
So,
You want me to whisper it to you?
no, I just...
You want me to whisper it to you?
You can talk in...
You want me to whisper it to you?
Well, you're yelling right now.
All right, then,
you know, you're...
Play with somebody else. I'm a real gangster. Play with somebody else.
I'm a real gangster. I'd have stabbed both of them. That's what's wrong. That's why Karmelo is in jail. Cause he had that mentality, I'll stab y'all if y'all do the. That don't make no sense, young brother. I gotta tell you guys about Verdict Bourbon. You know, it's a bourbon that's smooth, it's full of character, absolutely incredible. We've had people try it, review it, and the feedback has been incredibly amazing. So if you go with Not Guilty, you have the smooth sweetness that people love, and Guilty brings the bold classic bourbon character. So all you gotta do is go to verdictbourbon.com, and you gotta plead your age, face the verdict, and find out if you're guilty or not guilty. You must be 21 and over, and make sure you drink responsibly. Don't be a dummy. It's like I'm the Negro whisperer, or I'm a whistleblower. I know, and I say this every time I go to the show because some of y'all watching me for the first time. I know how black people are raised, generally speaking, especially in the South. The South is still segregated. And I'm not saying intentionally segregated. I'm not saying unintentionally segregated. It's intentionally segregated. Black people like to live around black people. They really do. And it creates this culture in these communities where you begin to hate white people. Because think about this. If you think, man, that black man didn't do nothing wrong, that kid, and these white folks sent him to prison for nothing. That's another story in your mind. Zimmerman just killed Trayvon Martin and they didn't even do nothing about it. They let the white man off. That's in your mind. Oh man, the cop killed Michael Brown. He had his hands up, which is not even true. But that's another building block for you to hate white people. Oh man, they get to do stuff and we don't even get to do it. You start hating them more. Oh man, you got to work twice as hard as the white man to even be somebody in life. You hate them more. Oh man, they look at us like we ain't nothing, man. They think they better than us. That you start hating them more. And then before you know it, because you don't have exposure consistently with white people, you begin to view white people as bad, evil, out to get you, and you hate them internally. I'm telling you, watch your people you work with. How they reacting to this situation. Whose side are they on? Are they picking a side over facts? I'm telling you right now, 60% of black people in your life, if you're a white person, they don't like you. They put up with you. They deal with you. But then when they go to the barbecue, they talk about them white people on their job. This is most black people. I think it's most black people. And that's why you see these confrontations. Let me give you an example. Look at this one right here. White kid, whatever he is, he look white. He just asking questions. Look at this.
All right, so I've heard a lot about justice for Karmelo, right?
Yeah. Justice for Karmelo. I would have stabbed him too.
Why?
Hey, I would have did it to him. I promise I would have. I would have did it to him.
But why?
I would have did it to him and his brother.
Okay, but for what reason?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Them little boys came looking for trouble.
Okay.
You come looking for trouble, you don't know what outcome going.
Sure.
You don't know outcome. You rob a bank. You don't know if you're gonna get the money.
Wait, somebody robbed a bank?
Hold on. Listen real quick.
Oh man, you wanna play dumb, man.
Listen.
No, I'm trying.
No.
No, I want to hear. Yeah. Let's talk about it. All right.
You can record him.
Yeah. No, I want to.
You rob
get
a bank,
insight,
right? You rob a
Yeah.
bank, right? You might get the money. You might go to jail. You might be dead, right?
Right.
You with the wrong. It's the
Okay.
same way. Them boys were looking for trouble.
Okay.
You know what happened? He got stabbed and he died because he went looking for trouble. That's self-defense. So
right.
if you can't see that between your,
All right.
do I have to tell you? I have to whisper it to you?
So.
You want me to whisper it to you?
No, I just.
You want me to whisper it to you?
You can talk in.
You want me to whisper it to you?
Well, you're yelling right
All right,
now.
then.
You know, you're.
Play with somebody else. I'm a real gangster. Play with somebody else.
I'm just trying to get like some insight into the situation. There we have.
And for white people out here, and all my brothers know what I'm talking about. They grew up in this environment and y'all that moved on because this stuff is crazy. This is how a lot of black people think. Like that dude thought it made sense to say, I'm a real gangster. What does it benefit you to be a gangster? I'm a real gangster. I'd have stabbed both of them. That's what's wrong. That's why Karmelo is in jail. Because he had that mentality, I'll stab y'all if y'all do the. That don't make no sense, young brother. And you all in that dude's face cussing him out because he white. This is how you feel about white people. I'd have stabbed him. Listen, they go, when you mess around, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, the same thing goes for Karmelo. When they ask you to leave and you want to get all crazy, you end up stabbing and killing somebody, now you're in prison. Let him finish. One more minute.
Have it, guys. From a real gangster.
That was funny.
I didn't really get any of my questions answered. So
I had to go through this, man, because this is a big cultural issue, and I want to give you guys insight so you can defend yourself and when you're talking about this to your family members. I mean, this stuff is not the kid was wrong, man, and they were very fair. He got convicted on the crime that he committed, and they gave him 35 years or so. That's super generous. He could have got life. He killed somebody intentionally. They should have gave him life, but they decided to give him 30-some years. And it's a shame that people treat white people this way. Let me give y'all a quick synopsis. I got a couple minutes left. I grew up hating white people. Only the white people that was teaching at my school and our coach, I liked them, white people, because they different. But the average white person I did not like. And this was more subconscious than anything. I felt a sense of resentment towards white people when I was growing up. Because when all you hear is slavery and what they did to your people, and when you're young and stupid and your brain is not developed, you start picturing that every white person either did it or benefited from slavery. And then when you live in a community and you struggling, or you see struggle all around you, nobody want to take accountability. They blame the white man. And so when you grew up in that, you have no choice but to hate white people. White people done moved on. They didn't have nothing to do with this. Most white people that migrated to the United States of America migrated after slavery was over. They didn't have nothing to do with this. Let me give y'all a stat real quick, and I bet you didn't know this. There was only about, in the entire slave trade for over 2 centuries, there was only about 450 slaves in what we know now as the United States of America. There was 10 million in South America. Do you understand the disproportionality of slavery? In the United States of America, 450. That's more people live in Scottsdale than there was ever a slave in the slave trade in the United States of America. 10 million black people were in South America, and nobody's talking about slavery in South America. America was not riddled with slavery. It was a part of our history. It wasn't riddled with slavery. I'll say this too. The first slave owner in American history, that first person to ever legally own another human being was a black man, Anthony Johnson. The precedent of owning other human beings was set by a black man named Anthony Johnson. You would never hear nobody talk about this because they're liars, they're deceivers, and they want to preach hate. Black people own slaves too. White people were lynched as well. It's just that black people were lynched more. There was a period of time where white people were the most lynched, and then it accelerated to where black people were lynched almost double white people being lynched. But white people were lynched too. During the time that black people were lynched, lynching was a form of punishment and open exposure for people, some being where they believe it was justified. Some of it was just hate. Lie on you, say you did something, hang you. They hang white people too. And that was just in the South. They didn't do lynching and stuff in the North. And maybe there was some of it, but it wasn't a common practice. So with that being said, we got to change as a black people. And I'm saying that because it's convenient to say it because I got black skin, but because I don't claim none of y'all. I ain't white people. I don't claim nobody. I'm only for good people.